distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I would like to first express my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Education and National Changhua University for co-hosting this online exposition of Taiwan career and higher education for Indian talents. It's a great pleasure to be here today to discuss the promising future of the India-Taiwan Education Cooperation. My mission, TECC, was set up in New Delhi in 1995. One of its major functions from its first day is to promote bilateral education exchanges between Taiwan and India. Since 2010, Taiwan's Ministry of Education has established 19 Taiwan education centers across prestigious Indian universities like JMI, IIT Bombay, Shiv Nada University, and so on. I myself visited Amity University, Haryana, to attend the MOU signing ceremony last February. TCC will continue to support and make efforts to have more partner universities and schools in India. Mandarin teaching is the major function in each of the Taiwan education centers. We are proud to say that the Taiwanese teachers are professionally trained to teach Mandarin to the students, and the study materials are also specifically designed to cater to the Indian learners. Another function of the Taiwan education centers is to help the Indian students to pursue their higher education degrees in Taiwan. In 2019, there were about 3,000 Indian students studying in Taiwan. Today's online event provides another avenue for Indian students to know their potential campuses in Taiwan. We hope more Indian students will pave their career and education way to Taiwan through this online event. I'm confident that stronger bonds will be established between all of us who share the common goal of nurturing young talents for the future. I would like to again express my sincere thanks to all the dedicated colleagues who have worked very hard to ensure the success of this opposition. I wish the event a great success and all guests and participants a most rewarding and enjoyable time. Thank you.
Good morning and namaste. I'm delighted to learn that, like every year, the National Changhua University is hosting today its 2021 online exposition on Taiwan career and higher education for Indian talents. It's a perfect matchmaking opportunity for Indian students and the universities and businesses in Taiwan. I'm confident that all parties will benefit from this exposition. India is a young nation, and young Indians today are globally connected like never before. With 750,000 Indian students studying overseas in 2019, it is one of the top source countries for foreign students worldwide. Although the trend of Indian students coming to Taiwan for higher education is relatively new, it is a trend which has shown a lot of promise and potential. In just about 3 years, from 2016 to 2019, the number of Indian students in Taiwan increased more than double to reach close to 3,000 at the end of 2019. Despite the onset of the pandemic and the travel restrictions that go with it, the number of Indian students currently in Taiwan still remains at a very respectable 2,200. Because of Taiwan's excellent management of the COVID pandemic, Indian students here have been able to accomplish their course load without any interruption. I'm glad to discover that Indian students are considered as high achievers in all the universities that I have visited here. They have contributed extremely well to the intellectual life of their campuses. The generous contribution and the scholarships made by the Taiwan universities also make it very attractive for Indian students to come. The involvement of Taiwan businesses in this mix has created enormous new possibilities. Taiwan businesses are some of the most globally connected in the world. Again, their exploration into India is only beginning, and the Indian students here in Taiwan can act as a good guide and bridgehead for them. It creates excellent career opportunities for students who have the right inclination and the right skills. I would also encourage the Indian students here in Taiwan to invest in learning some amount of Mandarin during their time here. With subject matter expertise as well as felicity with the language, it will create enormous career opportunities for the Indian students, not just here or in India, but globally. With that, I would like to thank the National Changhua University for organizing this event. My best wishes to the Indian students who are participating here, and congratulations to all the participants. Wishing you a very productive session today. Thank you so much.
I'm delighted to be here to offer a few remarks on this occasion of the 2021 Exposition of Taiwan Career and Higher Education for Indian Talents. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome all of you from all over Taiwan and India. Since 2017, National Changhua University has established one center called Indian Studies. The center is hereby established in order to make our university have more significant contribution to the research about India. Nowadays, we also have the largest amount of Indian students among all universities in Taiwan. In the near future, the NTHU is preparing the program what we call is Indian Studies. We hope to train more Taiwanese talents to get to know more about India. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to Mr. Wang Weizhong, who has been dedicated to strengthening the relationship between National Changhua University and many universities in India. Nowadays, our center is also preparing Mandarin Chinese learning materials, especially for Indian learners. We hope more and more Indian students would like to have their career and higher education way to Taiwan. And my best wish to the success of this exposition. And again, welcome to Taiwan and National Changhua University.
Hi, this is Lin. My full name is Huilin Chen. I'm the CEO and the founder of EduCare Taiwan. EduCare Taiwan is a Taiwan University focused educational consultancy. We are the only consultancy run by Taiwanese native in India. And we provide unbiased advice to the student who come to us, who buy our service. So going to Taiwan for your higher education, EduCare Taiwan is your best choice. Let me introduce myself. I am Taiwanese native, and I'm married to an Indian, to a Bania, and I live in Mumbai. I have my undergraduate degree in economics in Japan, in Changhua University. I studied my German in Germany, and I have my MBA in US. In the same time, I'm the founder of a recruiting firm called HR Treasure International. I focus in semiconductor recruiting generally. So I'm very familiar with the semiconductor job positions. A lot of friends, when I started this EduCare Taiwan, a lot of friends asked me, overseas study means in India, means US, UK, Canada, never Taiwan. Then I will share them this story. Superman, a hero invented by Americans. They can fly, but so does the God in Chinese mythology that our God in China that we can fly too. But do you see what the difference? We take a look at the video. You can see our God fly with the standing positions. The Superman fly on his stomach, but the Chinese God fly on the standing position. Why? I think the Superman creator, when he created Superman, he must have complying with some certain scientific principles. The air resistance. The Superman fly on his stomach position can reduce the air resistance. But 4,000, 5,000 years ago, when the Chinese feature was created in China, it makes a lot of sense to Chinese as well for the God to fly on their standing position, because we would never imagine we can fly that, let alone like fly on yours. So they think people will fly on the standing position. With this knowledge, now you know when you see when people fly with the standing position, is very strange. What is the moral of this story? Because this example clearly tells us, no matter how strange it seems at that time, it certainly had the certain logic behind it. That's what I'm saying. Now, after 100 years later, Eastern country becomes so strong. You might wondering, like your grandchildren were wondering, how come people go to US for their higher education? Like this case, that time, Chinese did not know about the air resistance, so our God fly with the standing position. Have you experienced when you're trying to do something new and improve yourself or your situation, you are likely to face more knocked down than encouragement from your friends around you, especially when you are going to do something they don't know about it. For example, this time you see how badly like European country and US handle the pandemic. They show the weakness and you have the doubt in your mind whether it's worth it to invest $70,000 to get a master's degree from US, UK. So you search and search, and then you find the next golden land for yourself to get higher education. Then you find Taiwan. Here are the information that you find. You find that Taiwan have high quality education. On the right hand side is the top 5 Taiwanese university, and you look at their ranking. National Taiwan University, 69. National Changhua University, who are the host of today's event, 173. The top 5 Taiwan universities are all better than the top 5 IITs. Second thing you find is it's very affordable. Taiwan actually, overall, all of the university, private or national one, actually is about 3 lakh rupees a year. Taiwan is very safe. Taiwan is the 3rd safest country in the world. So it's very safe for girls to go to Taiwan to study. And in the same time, it's very developed as well. This in the right hand side up actually is the bullet train that we have in Taiwan. And in the right hand side down is the Taichung city. You can see how developed Taiwan is. What is more, you find that the courses is taught in English, and you have the opportunity to learn Mandarin, which is the most spoken language now, and it's going to be more and more important in the coming time. You know, the Taiwan is technology hub. So universities, professor, they work with the industry. So you have the opportunity to work with the project in your professor's lab. And this project, most likely, they're going to lead you to the future employment. So now, you got some idea that, okay, Taiwan is the place to go. How to start it? Taiwan have 150 universities there, and each department, for example, take an example of computer science. In Taiwan, for computer science department, you will have about 2,000 to 3,000 professors. How are you going to start? Which university to choose? Which professor to choose? EduCare Taiwan can be the campus for you. So we would guide you to find where you want to go and reach the highest point that is possible. And we will make sure that you will not go to the wrong destination. Even some people, they reach the highest point in their life, and then they look up and see, my God, my goal is the other side. What EduCare Taiwan can help? First of all, we do the personalized consultation. We're trying to find out what is your interest, what's your strength. And then second, we help you to shortlist the university and the courses. That just make sure that you apply to the courses that is comparable to your interest and your strength. The third, we will connect you to the right professor. Just make sure that you can start with the early conversation with the professor to find out whether you both are meant for each other. Then we apply for the we apply for the admission, and we assist you to apply for the scholarship and tuition waiver. Just make sure that you know we are not here 100% and tell you that we will help you to get scholarship. That's not what we do. We would for sure higher your chance of getting scholarship. That's what we do. Last, what we do is we help you visa process. You find how good the Taiwan is. You find the EduCare Taiwan so good. The consultancy. Then you tell your friends, "I'm going to Taiwan." Instead of encouragement, then they might say, "Why Taiwan? None of our friends go to Taiwan. Only those people who cannot afford US education, they go to Asian country." Yes, it might be partly true now, but I can tell you, it might not be true after 10 years later that you find how fast, how well you grow in your career. Because you are very unique compared with others. There are only 1,200 Indian students go to Taiwan for their higher education every year. And there are strong demand for the students who have studied and worked in Taiwan, from Taiwanese companies who want to extend their foothold in India market. Please do not let those people stop you to find a better opportunity for your career, because they might not have enough knowledge to see the economic power is shifting from west to the east, and the strength that Taiwan's education can offer you. So they still fly with the innocently in the standing position. Today, so many universities, they will be here and give you a lot of valuable information. We're going to collect a lot of information to make the right decision to help your study in Taiwan. So I know with this information, you can fly efficiently on your stomach in your career journey and fly high. Thank you. If you have any questions, please contact us. hello@EduCare Taiwan. Have a nice day.
Welcome to Changhua!
I think Changhua is a very peaceful, atmospheric university because it has a very good nature.
Taiwan is actually a peaceful country, and they have good professors in all universities and professors with good knowledge, and they have good resources to study also. School life in Changhua is like adventurous, because I like more adventurous. So if you like adventurous, so we can go around the Changhua. It's very good you can see the good mountains view, and there are more kind of like trials and everything. So you don't get bored if you study in Donghua.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin and I'm doing my Masters in the Department of Life Sciences at National Changhua University. My professor from back in India has been a long-term collaborator with the professor under whom I'm working here in NDHU right now. And through that, there was a recruitment team that came to my university back in India to recruit students to come here to study in Changhua. The social life in Taiwan is in general very good. People are very helpful and generous, and they are very transparent. It's very easy to get to know them. And we have a lot of social parties where a group of people gather at the end of every week, and we just talk, chat, have fun, get to know each other, play some games and all that. So I think it's a very good experience to be a student here in NDHU.
NDHU scholarship is divided into 3 parts, like Type A, Type B and Type C. I have the Type A scholarship, which covers 100% of tuition waiver, and you also get 6,000 NTD per month for a semester, and you have to renew it every semester too. We have also NDHU B scholarship, which is only tuition waiver 100% but no incentives. And there is a Type C scholarship which is you have 50% of tuition waiver. The school life in NDHU is really awesome, and it is really peaceful. The environment is really nice, and with the work in my lab, and I also get to do some part-time jobs, and right now I am working as a chef in an African restaurant, and I also used to sell food in Facebook in the campus, which is totally allowed by the university. And yeah, I used to cook Indian foods and sell it over Facebook. I will say that if you ever get an opportunity to come to Changhua, don't miss that opportunity. And I will say, when you come here, pack your bags with warm clothes. It gets cold here. And if you get the chance, learn Chinese.
Hi, my name is Mahitosh Ray. I'm from India. I'm studying my PhD in Department of Physics in the National Changhua University. Today I'm going to be introducing you to National Changhua University, which is in Hualien in Taiwan. And in the first slide, the picture you're seeing is the campus of the National Changhua University. When you come to Taiwan, the first place you are going to come is in Taipei, the Taoyuan International Airport. And from the international airport, you need to take, from the Taipei main station, you need to take a normal train, which is basically, or most of the time we use, is the Puyuma Express, which takes about 2.5 hours from Taipei to Hualien. And that's how you come from Taipei to Hualien. Once you come to Hualien, you have a really nice places to visit, except the university, which is the most prettiest thing in Hualien. And you can visit places like Hawanshan, the East Coast sunrise locations, the Taroko National Park, and the Dongdamen Night Market. Once you come to Hualien, you have nice places to visit. For example, Hawanshan Mountain, which is a really nice place to visit if you have never seen snow. During the winter, in this Hawanshan Mountain, we can see snow, and there's also a really nice route to go to Hawanshan. You can go with your motorcycle and even with your bicycle. And as Hualien is in the east side, you can see really nice sunrises in the morning every day. And for the nightlife in Hualien, you have a Dongdamen night market, which is similar to fairs in India, but it is open every night, and you can go there, you can have snacks, you can have a lot of nice foods, and also a lot of games to play there. And from this point, my friend will carry on with the next slide, I think.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin and I'm doing my Masters in the Department of Life Sciences in National Changhua University here in Hualien, Taiwan. So first talk about a few facts about NDHU. NDHU is the best comprehensive university which emphasizes both on academic research and teaching in Eastern Taiwan, and it's also one of the most beautiful and peaceful campuses in the country. And NDHU has 8 colleges offering 40 bachelor's, 41 master courses, and 17 PhD programs. This university employs over 500 faculty members, among which 95% hold a PhD degree from world-renowned universities. More than 10,000 students study here, from which 800 are international students, and they hail from 50 different countries. NDHU also has about 400 sister universities around the world. This university, apart from offering many courses in Chinese, it also offers full English taught programs, which can be categorized into 3 doctoral, master, and bachelor programs. The Department of Physics is very popular here in Taiwan, where a lot of Indians who are my friends, they study there. This is because the Department of Physics is easily one of the best here in Taiwan. For masters, yes, you have full English taught programs in the Department of Physics, the Department of Computer Sciences, and the Department of Business Administration, and many more. For bachelor programs, the Department of Computer Sciences is very famous, where there are many Indians who study, and many also choose to do their MBA, and they also choose to study bachelor's in the Department of Finance. That brings you to the question, okay, what are the scholarships that you can apply to here in Taiwan? The scholarships here in Taiwan can be categorized into 2. The first one is the government-funded one, and the second one is funded by National Changhua University. Ministry of Education Taiwan Scholarship is easily one of the best scholarships that the government offers, which is open to both undergrad and graduate students. The students who successfully get the scholarship are exempted from tuition fees. They get a 100% tuition fee waiver. They get a stipend of about $700 per month. The criteria to hold a Taiwan scholarship once you get it is to maintain a GPA of 3.7. The scholarship period for undergraduates is 4 years, for masters is 2 years, for doctoral is 4 years again. You can apply to MOE scholarship to the embassy that is in Taiwan in Delhi, India. The application forms are available in the ROC website, which you can access through. And you can download it, you can fill it up, you can get your supporting documents, and you can send it through mail to Delhi. And the second scholarships are the university funded scholarships. The first one is the NDHU International Student Scholarship, where you get a 50 to 100% tuition waiver. The stipend you get is $700 per semester for bachelors and $1,000 per semester for master and PhD students. The scholarship period is 1 semester. So when you apply for your admission here in NDHU, you will be applying for the scholarship of your choice as well. So if you would like to apply for NDHU scholarship, you can choose to apply for that. And you will have to renew your NDHU scholarship every semester, and the criteria to apply for NDHU scholarship is to have a GPA of 3.7 and above. There is also the Elite PhD scholarship, which gives you a 100% tuition fee waiver. The stipend for this is $700 per month, and you also get a matching fund from your department or your advisor of about $250 per month, and the scholarship period is 3 years. Now my friend will continue.
Hi, I'm Pooja Manik and I'm a doctoral student in the Department of Physics. I'll talk about the scholarships that PhD students can avail, and this is Southward Scholarship. Most of the PhD students can apply this through the application form when you fill in during your application process, and you'll have a small option where you can select this, and it's 100% tuition waiver where you'll not have to pay in for your credit course. You also receive a stipend of $200 per month. Along with this, you'll also receive a research incentive of approximately $300 per month, and the scholarship period for Southward is 3 years. There's also internships where you can apply and you will be funded through NDHU Internship Fund. Stipend depends on the advisor and the laboratory you choose. but you'll have to pay for an internship fee and dorm fee. The period for the internship is minimum of 2 months and it can also extend for 6 months. Here I'll talk about university rankings as of for 2021. In Asia, NDHU ranks between 201 to 250. The university rankings as per 2021 for NDHU, if you see it among the world university ranking, it's approximately between 801 to 1000, and in Taiwan NDHU ranks 18. In Asia, NDHU ranks between 201 to 250. For the Department of Computer Science, NDHU ranks 5th in Taiwan, and in the Department of Physics and Science, NDHU ranks 11th. In the Department of Engineering and Technology, NDHU ranks 9th. From the on-campus accommodation, a brief introduction will be given by my friend.
Hi, I'm Lokesh. I'm doing a PhD in Department of Physics in National Changhua University. I'm going to talk about the on-campus accommodation. For overseas students, on-campus accommodation is 100% guaranteed, and they provide with 3 kind of rooms, which is a single-seater, double-seater, and a 4-seaters room, and they provide with good study rooms and laundry facilities and everything, and there are total 12 dormitory buildings housing over 6,200 students, and dormitory fees is about 270 USD per semester. And talking about the facilities in campus of Changhua University is they provide a good teaching resources with good laboratory instruments, and they provide a good study room which keeps silent study for all the students. So, and they provide a swimming pool also, which they have 2 kinds of swimming pool. One is indoor and outdoor, and indoor provides with the heater. They also provide the transport bus which comes from the city. The buses are all frequently provided here. And talking about the application deadlines, one is for the fall semester, and for fall semester they have 2 periods for the applications. One is from the first action at December 1, 2020 to March 31st, 2021, and in the second action April 21, 2021 to April 30th, 2021. And in the spring semester, the application date starts from May 1, 2021 to November 15, 2021. And here is the QR code for more. Here is the QR code for the more information. So you can see it here. And thank you.
Hello, my name is Shadab Khalil. I am an associate professor at the Department of International Business, National Changhua University, and I have been teaching at the institute for 8 years now. I did my PhD from Taiwan and in international business and marketing. And it's a great place to come and study. It's a great place for working after you graduate. The work environment is very nice. The education environment is excellent. We have great infrastructure here. We have great professors here who have graduated from all around the world. They have the expertise, the knowledge that matches the universities in the West. And we have a lot of funding for research and for education. So all that is being done by the Ministry of Education here in collaboration with different departments, different universities, trying to get students, especially Indian students, because we here believe, and in Taiwan people believe, that Indian students are really smart, they're intelligent, and that is something that they really respect here and they really look forward to. So as a student, if you want to come here, that would be one of the best decisions of your life, to study, to work, and to stay in this beautiful country. Now, be it any field, if you talk about the sciences, theoretical science, experimental science, talk about social sciences, language, management, any field we talk about, Taiwan is on top of that field, and we have research collaborations with different countries all around the world, and it has been one of the best decisions for me, and I don't see any reason why it cannot be a life-changing experience for you. So I would say, if you're looking for a career, if you're looking for a great work-life balance, if you're looking for great education, Taiwan should be one of the first destinations that you should think about, and we'll do all that you need to make you comfortable here, to be for you to work here, for you to study here, and we would be very welcoming and would be very happy if you choose Taiwan for your education in the future.
Presentation, I will briefly introduce the merits of National Hsing University, NCHU, as a research university in Taiwan, and the fact they may attract the international students to enroll. The photo shows the main gate of their university. Taiwan is a beautiful island with a rich variety of scenery. NCHU is located in central Taiwan in Taichung City, about 2 hours away from the international airports. NCHU is established in 1919. It's the oldest research university and the second largest campus in Taiwan. The total acreage of the main campus in Taichung City is 53 hectares, encompassing 10 colleges and 42 research centers. Off-campus subsidiaries include a veterinary hospital, an agricultural and an animal experimental farms, 4 experimental forest stations. There are 1,100 full-time faculty members and near 13,000 students, including 772 foreign students. NCHU is committed to develop a diverse educational environment by assisting 2 affiliated senior high schools, Taichung Senior Agricultural Vocational High School of NCHU and Senior High School of NCHU, in lectures and training courses. According to the Report of Analysis of Academic Competitive Edge in Taiwan by the Ministry of Science, there are 4 disciplines, that is, agricultural sciences, physics, plant and animal science, pharmacology and toxicology, exceeding the global baseline of 1.0, and agricultural sciences are the most globally competitive academic area in Taiwan. At NCHU, the most comprehensive research topic is agricultural sciences, involving more than 200 faculty members, 4,000 students in the College of Agricultural and Natural Resources, making NCHU rank the top university in Taiwan in the field of agricultural and forestry, according to the QS World University Rankings. Once enrolled at NCHU, students have the opportunity to engage in global mobility by attending international conferences, participating in student exchange programs, and signing up dual degree programs with our world-renowned partner universities. For instance, NCHU has partnered with UC Davis, Kansas State University in the United States, Agoramoorthy Tech in France, and the other well-established programs to equip students with global research experience. Till 2021, there are approximately 400 international students from over 30 countries enrolled at NCHU, and 36 Indian students take up 9% of the total international student population. All of the Indian students at NCHU are graduate students who pursue advanced knowledge and professional trainings in the fields of agricultural sciences, electrical engineering and computer science, engineering, law and politics, science, interdiscipline. Many scholarships are offered to encourage international students to choose Taiwan universities for their postgraduate education. At NCHU, all international students are eligible to apply for NCHU scholarship when they meet the minimum requirements. Other elite scholarships available to Indian students include Taiwan government scholarship offered by the Ministry of Education, a joint MOE NCHU elite scholarship, for the lecturers and assistant professors who currently teach in the universities, and TIGP scholarship for the students in the molecular and biological agricultural sciences program. At the current time, over 70% of the international degree-seeking students have scholarships, either in full amount or partial. A detailed information regarding the application and regulation of the elite scholarship can be found in the OIA website. This slide shows you the individual link to the agency where the scholarship information is listed. For the amount of money given to the scholarship awardees, the partial scholarship pays the tuition fee of $3,400, and the full scholarship includes the tuition fee and monthly stipend. The annual cost in Taichung City is approximate $5,000. For the students who are interested in enrolling the graduate programs at NCHU, please visit the website and complete online application before the deadline of March 31st for the fall application and October the 15th for the spring application. A list of required documents for application can be found in this slide. The information is also available in the OIA website. Postgraduate programs require the prospective students to submit a research statement, and the content will be reviewed by the faculty members in the graduate programs to determine if the subjects are related to the professor's research specialty. It is highly recommended for the students to retrieve the information of the programs from the website or contact the professor who may advise your research by email. For the applicants whose native language is not English, a proof of English proficiency is needed for a successful application and award of scholarship. The staffs in the Office of International Affairs organize many activities for the international students at NCHU. This photo is the assembly of international students for the NCHU anniversary celebration. This slide shows the photos taken from the activities of cultural exchange and professional consultation for career development that are specially organized for the international students. Every year, the staffs in OIA organize several field trips, taking international students to visit the popular sites to experience Taiwan culture and to enjoy the scenery. We also invite international students at NCHU to demonstrate their culture to domestic students to create a globalized campus by hosting the events of exotic food tasting and international festival. To help new students accommodate the campus life at NCHU, students from Thailand, India, Indonesia, and Vietnam have voluntarily formed international student social clubs. These international students associations offer great help to assist their fellow students and closely interact with OIA to efficiently exchange information. At NCHU, international students have the opportunity to reach out to interact with domestic students and the residents of local community by taking Chinese courses, serving as volunteers to share their culture with local high school students, and participating in the TA programs at NCHU to assist the English talk courses. For those students who would like to enhance their Chinese proficiency, they can enroll in the intensive Chinese language programs in Language Center. The Language Center also admits non-degree seeking students who are interested in learning Chinese. The admission information is publicly available in the website. For more information regarding the application and scholarship opportunity, please visit NCHU OIA website. Thank you for your attention. We wish you a pleasant day.
NCHU is one of the best universities in Taiwan. I came here to study in NCHU last September. I joined as a PhD student and I was awarded a scholarship from the Ministry of Government. The best thing studying in NCHU is it's actually the cost of education studying here is pretty affordable compared to the Western countries. So in a way it becomes less burdensome and you get quality of education. The faculty members are very well equipped. The students here in NCHU comes from various backgrounds from different parts of the world, and it makes the environment of the campus quite lively and good.
Since I am a physics student, I need to operate and work with advanced instrumentation facility. In NCHU, as a big advantage, they have plenty of instrumentation facility, as well as they are giving access and encouraging students to get access to those instruments, and it's made every students to become individual researchers and to do their research independently.
Adding to the point, our International Office Affairs of NCHU is the best. They're very friendly towards the international students. So they organize extraordinary activities for us, which in a way facilitates students to participate and share their own respective cultures. It's been for me around 9 to 8 months living in Taiwan. I find Taiwan a country very interesting, very happening. The weather is good. The food is delicious here. Most importantly, the people are most friendly. I travel around Taiwan, make friends. It's very easygoing here. And I'm studying in one of the best departments in NCHU. It's one of the active. So they provide a global platform to me. They invite faculty members from abroad, facilitate students to interact with them, which in a way is helping me to grow as an individual. And in a way, it will help me to have a successful career ahead.
As well as her department, my department also providing the opportunity to study and work with people from interdisciplinary background, and it's really helpful helps me to get knowledge and share my ideas and discuss things, because I am doing research, so it's better to have discussion and knowledge sharing with among the people from different background is really helpful for me to grow a successful and individual researcher. Apart from my studying, also I am enjoying my life here and spending time and just like that, hanging out with friends to night market and tasting a different delicious fruit from different countries. Really, it's good. I like this is the really amusing thing about Taiwan.
I find this city very affordable. The cost of living here is actually very, very good for the students. It's reasonable. Apart from studying, you can have a good lifestyle here just because of the easy cost of living or low cost of living. Apart from that, Taichung is a city which has scenic beauty. The popular natural site Sun Moon Lake. Students who are active, they can go for hiking also, because there are many places to go for hiking, mountainous areas. Students belonging to historical backgrounds or who have interest in that, there are many museums to explore. So it's kind of a diversified city, so you have many activities to do in Taichung apart from studying.
I feel that the best thing is the Taichung government is providing free public transportation. It's really helpful for students to travel a lot and have fun, and they are really making timeless memories. And I also have the mutual feeling like her. living in Taichung is really affordable and it's really good for students, I think. Yeah, up to my wish, that's really helpful for the students, and I also encourage students to come here to carry their study to start their study in abroad. If they want to study in Asia, they can also study here. That would be a good choice for them.
What's up, everyone? I'm Tina.
Hi, this is Ying.
Ying, how are you doing today?
Good. And very nervous.
Same here. But I'm excited too because we are going to talk about why Tajen is the best for you.
Yes, it's very important.
Yes. So let's start from our outline. First, in today's journey, we will talk about the popular majors first, and then we will share about some international experiences with everyone. And also, we have lots of student activities. And lastly,
we are going to tell you some fun part about the city and the campus.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, let's start.
Let's start. Okay, so first I want to talk about our most popular major. Ying, do you know how old our school is?
Can I have some hint?
Yeah, sure. Our school has been established since 1966.
It's 55.
Yes, exactly. And do you know what our most popular majors are?
I know our pharmacy department is very famous, and then our nursing department. And recently, the most popular department major is the PAT.
Yeah. And I will explain a little bit more about why the three majors are so popular. And for the department pharmacy, that department is governmental regulated. So that means the school needs to get the permission to open this department. Also, there are only 8 universities in Taiwan that owns this major. And plus, the start salary for the graduates is very high. It ranges from $50,000 to $70,000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and also very competitive. Another competitive major is the nursing department. Besides our academic teaching group and excellent facilities, the employment rate of our graduates is almost 100%, and 91% of them are medical related. Yeah, in addition, the start salary ranges from 35,000 to 70,000. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. So for the pet caring and grooming major, this major is really a dark horse of our school. Yeah, it was so popular in these couple years. It is because of the rising numbers of pet owners in our generation. So we are the first university in Taiwan to build up the academic standard of this profession. Yeah, the classes of this major are not just pet grooming, they also includes pet physiology, animal behavior, pet psychology, and store management. Yeah. I think the variety of our classes also attracts lots of the people. Okay, so do you want to discuss more each major?
Yeah, let's do some in details.
Yeah, so the pharmacy majors. This major has 2 tracks. One is the 5-year pharmacy division. The other is 6-year clinical pharmacy division. The major difference between 6-year and 5-year track is that the students who choose 6-year track need to serve 1 more year internship in the hospital. Also, in order to make students more engaged in the learning, our school has set up many simulated environments such as the OSCE classroom and the simulated pharmacy store. Also, our pharmaceutical training base and the instrumentation center also allows students to experience how the pharmaceutical companies actually function. Yes. And do you want to talk a little bit more about our training base?
This part? Our school have built a simulated mini pharmaceutical production line for students to practice, and students can know from very start to make a traditional medicine and tablet from the very beginning start part to the final part. Yeah. And then all the procedures are strictly follow the GMP standards, so students have more experience about how to practice their learned information, and then they can more able to apply it in the future career.
Sure. So plus, we also offer the Chinese medicine related course. There are 7 courses and 9 credits with it. So after the student finish the courses, they are qualified to be a pharmacist in the Chinese medical clinic. Also, I want to talk about the internships. We have so many alumni in Taiwan, and lots of them run their own pharmacy stores. And they are more willing to give internship opportunities to our students. For example, the CEOs of top 3 pharmaceutical companies in Taiwan are alumni of our school. The president of Pharmacists Association is also our alumnus. They have been given our students many supports about their internship and about their future job. Also because our campus is very close to the biotech park. If the students are interested in the pharmaceutical industry, they can find internship in the biotech park too.
Yeah, I also want to add that the biotechnology park is the one and the only biotechnology park funded by the Taiwanese government, and it gathers the most famous and important pharmaceutical companies and biotechnology companies in the park. So students can have lots of opportunities to practice, to do interns, and to find a future job.
Yeah.
And it's only 5 minutes walk from our campus.
Yes. For the nursing department, nursing is one of our most competitive departments. I think it's because it is one of the fastest growing occupations, and our graduates are in demand by employers nationwide. They have many potential careers, such as a nurse in school, or in the hospital nurse or clinical nurse, and the home care nurse. And studying nursing at Tajen brings a number of distinct advantages. First, besides our outstanding teaching group, the department owns substantial learning resources. Do you want to talk more?
Our university invests a lot of money to add the latest technology to assist our students to learn. And so recently we built a 3-dimensional anatomy lab that students can use the virtual table to see the human muscle and veins and the body structures. So it's really helped them to learn the structures of the human body. And also we also have the problem-based learning classroom, and it's equipped with the video and audio systems, and enables students to see each detailed steps of the clinical operation of the teachers, and also it helps them to record their practice procedures. Yeah.
Also, we also have couple resources off campus. The students can receive clinical training at Pingdong Christian Hospital and Pingdong Hospital too. Like the pharmacy major, the nursing department also provides 7 elective courses on traditional Chinese medicine. The students are qualified to work in the Chinese medical clinic after they finish the courses. Our teachers are active to encourage to bring the students participating competitions too, such as the International Invention Exhibition and Community Service and Industrial and Academic Cooperation programs. They also provide extra tutorial sessions for the students to prepare nursing qualifying exam. Tajen has very strong academic connection with our sister schools. We regularly bring our students to join the internship programs and exchange programs for studying abroad in our sister schools. And our nursing students are required to spend at least 2 summers for internship in the hospital or health units. This allows students to apply the knowledge they gain in the classroom to real-life situation. This type of arrangement makes learning more exciting and relevant, and guides students in the development of the critical thinking skills, and also so essential to being a good nurse. I'm very proud to say that Tajen's nursing program will be the best choice. You never regret it. For the pet carrying and grooming major, before we talk about the detail, I want to spend some time on the statistics. By the Record of University Entrance Committee for Overseas Students in 2020, our pet grooming and caring program is the most popular major among vocational universities. And also our enrollment rate is also number 1 among them. And the following reasons are why our pet caring and grooming major is so popular. Our pet caring and grooming major does not only include the dogs. Do you want to say?
Yes,
Yeah.
the pet grooming department is my favorite because they not only have dogs, and then they have cats, they have chickens, and they also have reptiles, and lots of, we're increasingly have more and more types of animals being covered in this department. It's insane. Yeah. Typically we only have puppies, right?
Yes.
And now we have lots of.
I even heard that we want to improve llama.
That's fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, and another feature is that we promise the student and dog ratio is 1:1 on their grooming practice. By doing this way, we believe the student will gain more complete experiences on the grooming process. And we also encourage students to participate in the competition and to get certificates. Therefore, our teachers also give free extra tutorials to our students. I've seen several times the teacher and students just work so late to prepare for the competition next day. So our teacher really care about students. We also stress on cross-department cooperations, supported by the diverse expertise of our faculties. The student can learn the professions from another department, such as fresh pet food and supplements making, and pets nutrition, pets massage, and aromatherapy.
Yeah, the pets hamburger are really delicious. I really want to eat them. I think human can eat, right?
Yes.
It's very delicious.
Yes,
and it's
of course.
cute.
Yeah. And next, we'll talk about the hospitality management. This department has 4 emphases, which are Western and Asian cuisine making, baking, beverage making, and hotel management. We particularly specialize Chinese and Taiwanese cuisine making. One of our students just won a championship for the best fish dish in the Goldfish Carnival held by Pingdong County. Besides, our baking team is so excellent in artistic design of fondant cake and wedding cake. Yes, we won gold medals in Gold-Tex competition and TMCC competition successively for several years. Yes. One more interesting part is there are lots of cross-department cooperation happening on campus. For example, they cooperate with pet caring and grooming major to open a bilingual course, which is called Make Fresh Food for Your Pets. As shown on the picture, they aim to teach the students making nutritional and also super delicious pet food. That's right. They also cooperate with pharmacy nursing major to develop Chinese medicinal food and beverage, which are used to help the patient's recovery. also, I want to talk about the cooperation. Tajen has been collaborating with Pingtung County government to open IO Studio, which is a startup hub for young people. And do you want to share a little bit information about this studio?
The studio is because our university work with the government, and we accept proposals from students and who wants to create their business. So students who have ideas will first make proposals and then write proposals and submit to the university and the government. And then they have a chance to receive a fund to help them to build their first business.
So basically, we have many resources in the startup hub, and students can hold all kinds of exhibitions and receive links with industries there. So if you have a dream of being an entrepreneur, Tajen will be your best choice. So that's it for the part. Yeah, and we will talk about some other interesting part of our school next see you later.
See you later.
See you. Hello everyone.
Hi there, we are back.
We are back. So in today's series, we will talk about the international activities and some activities in campus and off campus. Yeah. And so first, Ying, do you want to share some internationalized experiences with us?
Yes. In today's life, you know that international experience is really important for students because it's an ability not only for their life but for their future work. So our university have established all kinds of programs to support students to create and to have an international experience. So we offer like weekly long culture experiencing program, and then we offer like a month-long and semester-long short-term study abroad program, and then we also offer like a year-long internship overseas, to meet students' needs. And then we can talk about some details about each programs. And for the weekly experience, and we bring our students overseas to visit local industries and the sister universities, and to see their different curriculum designs and the course they learn and how to help them to graduate and find a job after graduation. And then also they can visit the local industry to see what they can do after the graduation and what the job is like. So here we are going to give you two examples. First example is we take the pharmaceutical students to the Japan. We know a huge pharmaceutical company called Otsuka, and it's founded in Japan. And we bring students to their companies there and to learn how they do the company and what kind of medicines they produce. And then, interestingly, students found as a pharmaceutical company, besides the traditional, like we know the pills, the tablets, the traditional medicines, they also produce a very famous beverage. This one, I think everyone knows this one. And then, yes, everyone. And also the nutrition supplies like this. So it's another products they produce in the company, and then it helps students to expand their vision as a pharmaceutical major, that when they graduate they are not only work in the small queues to pack the pills and to hand it over to the patients. Instead, they know that the modern pharmaceutical companies have a lot of business, and they can do the traditional medicines, and then they can do the nutrition supplies, and they can do cosmetics. So it helps students to expand their vision about what they can do in the future. And also we bring nursing students to visit in Cebu, the hospital, the ARC hospital. And then because this hospital is unique, they link the house industry with the tourists. So the hospital is like a 5-star hotel. So the patient there, I will not call them patients, but because they really enjoy traveling lives there and living in a very high-ranking and 5-star hotel room and there, and then they are serving for very like VIP patients there, and then the salary, the pay is really good. So it tells the nursing students that besides the traditional nurse, you can do in a nursery house and you can do in a hospital. There are also kind of hospitals like this one you can choose from.
So you can also like do your job in the 5-star.
Yeah, 5-star hotel. Yeah.
As being at the same time as being a nurse. Yeah. And next we'll talk about some fun activities we hold in our school outside of the campus. In the school we have many activities for our students held by our student associations, such as the Christmas party, Halloween party, and we even have Tajen night market in the school. And for our international students, we also have specialized activities for them. For example, the orientation events and the Southeastern style banquet for them. The banquet is very special because we cooperate with our hospitality management. They cook the Southeastern style such as Tom Yum Goong or Dapao pork meal, and they all work themselves. And yes, for the outdoor activity.
If you're an outdoor person, you will really enjoy your life in Darwin, because the Darwin locates in Pingtung, and it's a city with highest insolation rate and among Taiwan, in all cities among Taiwan. And then also the annual temperature, average temperature is 12 Celsius. 25 Celsius. So it's very good for outdoor experience and activities. And also our universities give you some license training to ensure you're safe when you go outdoors. So we have diving course, and then we bring students to Khalil, the national park along the coastline. And then we also have paintball course and help students to have fun and exciting adventures. And then we also have archery. We have indigenous people living in the mountain, and then they have competitions for archery. So if you're interested in that, you can train in the course and go for the competition. And then we have the river tracing. It's very exciting. And also, if you are loving in golf, we also offer golf course. And then we have a very good golf court near the contest.
Yes. Okay. One more thing I want to say is, our campus is very close to the Pingtung city, right? And we have so many check-in spots in the Pingtung city, like such as the iconic coffee shop, also the main library. And do you want to share some of your favorite spots in Pingtung?
Yeah, you mentioned the main library. The main library is really fantastic and really beautiful.
I love there too.
Yes, and have lots of food and relaxing. You can enjoy your whole day there. And also, I think Pingtung is a unique city, and it's not like other cities with the great buildings, high buildings, skyscrapers. But in Pingtung, you can feel the culture. Yes, because the government, the county government, spent a fortune on restore the old buildings, like it's the 1920s to 1930s old Japanese style buildings. It's not one building, but blocks, several blocks get together, and then they will build a community like the old and full of the restored buildings, right? But inside the building, it's outside. The outside of building is look like the old Japanese style building, but inside you can find iconic coffee shops, and bookstores, gift shops, and also pastries, restaurants. Yeah, so there are lots of like fun parts you can enjoy in that blocks. Yeah. And also I want to mention the part is because in the modern society, people are living in a fast-paced life, and everything is so competitive. But in Pingtung, you can really enjoy a slower pace here and balance your life and work great,
Yeah,
well.
life and form.
Yeah.
So I really liked the atmosphere of Pingdong, and plus the Pingdong, the daily life, the daily expense here is very affordable.
Yeah, we are maybe one of the lowest living expense cities in Taiwan, right? But here you can spend you can spend less money but enjoy a very high quality of food and service, and people here are really nice and helpful.
Yes, peaceful. So at the last, we want to say again, like welcome
to Tajen and
yeah.
join us to scan the barcode, and you can join us.
Yeah, you can apply online by scanning the barcode. Yeah, so
that's all for today.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Professor Agoramoorthy. I'm working as a distinguished research professor in Tajen University in Taiwan. And Taiwan is a wonderful place. And I'm a professor in the College of Pharmacy and Healthcare. And I would strongly encourage, Indian students who want to study pharmaceutical science, undergraduate as well as postgraduate, to come to Taiwan, because we have better facilities, and we can also teach you about how to get patent and using all kind of high-tech equipments for pharmaceutical research. We have a lot of Indian students in Taiwan, so I think you will feel at home also. A lot of Indian restaurants also, so there's not going to be any problem. And also Taiwan is very close to India, so you can also fly. It's a direct flight we have from Taipei to Delhi, just 5.5, 6 hours flight. So welcome to Taiwan.
The National Changhua University of Education, NCUE, is one of 3 normal universities out of more than 150 colleges and universities that offer secondary school teacher certificate programs in Taiwan. The NCUE, which comprises the Jinde and Baoshan campuses that are approximately a 15-minute drive from each other, is located in a culturally vibrant and ecologically rich region in central Taiwan. In addition, it's adjacent to numerous internationally renowned tourist attractions. Every spring, the NCUE welcomes the arrival of approximately 20,000 gray-faced buzzards. These protected birds stop at the NCUE while on their annual northward migration. Their arrival creates an advantageous opportunity for bird viewing and eco-education. The gray-faced buzzard is NCUE's mascot. Its powerful wings and sharp discerning vision symbolize NCUE's fortitude, vitality, and uniquely international perspective. The NCUE, which has been founded to train teachers since 1971, is now a comprehensive university with 7 colleges that provide complete university degree programs and exceptional teacher training. Over the past 4 decades, the NCUE has made constant course innovations and diversifications to cultivate a steady stream of outstanding junior school teachers, as well as R&D scientists and economic planning and development personnel in the fields of science, engineering, and business management. In addition, it has evolved into one of the top universities in the areas of vocational education, science education, counseling, language, special education, and physical education. NCUE currently ranks as Taiwan's second largest university of teachers' education and has received the Teaching Excellence Project grant from the Ministry of Education for 10 consecutive years. Most NCUE graduates go on to successfully reach their goals by entering graduate schools or receiving job and teaching offers. Our excellent achievements in teaching and research are also highly appreciated by the public. Today, the NCUE maintains sister school relationships with more than 100 universities around the world and actively arranges to have its students study overseas as exchange students in the USA, Europe, Japan, South Korea, and mainland China. In addition, the 2+2 and 1+1 dual degree programs offered by the NCUE provide students with an opportunity to obtain university degrees from both the NCUE and accredited U.S. universities. Our students also actively participate in overseas volunteer service programs and international skills competitions, where they continue to make remarkable achievements every year, bringing honor and fame for Taiwan. The NCUE advocates the mottos of vitality, exceptionality, social concerns, and global-mindedness. In addition, NCUE's friendly campuses are always filled with positive energy and optimism. By providing scholarly support, skills competitions, overseas study opportunities, career counseling, and student outreach programs, the NCUE creates a healthy and harmonious learning environment, adding a rich diversity to the career paths of its students.
杰出校友在各自专业领域的卓越成就，主堪为大师，彰化师大出大师，大师荣耀彰化师大。
The NCUE proudly sustains its traditions while passing the torch to new generations. We leverage our advantages and solid foundation to innovate and evolve with the times. In the future, the NCUE will continue to connect with competitive industries, encourage research, promote cultural aesthetics, and protect the ecological environment. The NCUE strives to be considered as excellent at teaching, brilliant at research, and a globally renowned university.
Hi everyone, my name is Frankie. I'm an English major student at National Changhua University of Education, short for NCUE. And I'm in my senior year. Today I would like to share with you the NCUE introductions, scholarships, Chinese language courses, work permit regulations, and how to apply to our school. First of all, NCUE was founded in 1971, and only teacher training was focused during that time. But in recent years, it has transformed into a comprehensive university. There are 7 colleges in NCUE. They are College of Education, College of Science, College of Art, College of Technology, College of Engineering, College of Management, College of Social Science and Physical Education. Due to the fact we have a bundle of experiences on teacher training, students who graduated from NCUE have more opportunities on their career path to be a teacher. Moreover, we have been actively developing sister schools around the world. For instance, University of Southern Queensland and Tohoku University in Japan. This university provides opportunities like exchange and 2+2 program and internship for students. Our school tuition fees and dormitory fees per semester is shown as above. Our school is located in the southern part of Taiwan. It is a bonus that our living cost is quite low. I believe that the most important part that you want to know is about scholarship. If you apply NCUE, the first year tuition fees and dormitory fees will be waived. Foreign students apply from beginning of February to the end of March each year. Just uploading documents and filling out some forms online, so you can apply anywhere in the world. And the following documents are required: identification documents, academic proof, an autobiography, and so on. And I wish you all the best in your applications. Students studying in Taiwan can apply for student work permit issued by Ministry of Labor, but no more than 20 hours per week, except for winter and summer vacations. Foreign students in our school, aside from working part-time, they will conduct research with their professor to earn work-study grants. So there are a lot of work-study opportunities. Our school has created an overseas Chinese student associations, which mainly deal with activities and benefits during the school times. There are a lot of activities: Christmas party, Chinese New Year party, Dragon Boat Festival, freshman welcoming events, so you can experience many cultures. Our language center has been authorized institutions by Ministry of Education to recruit foreign students to learn Chinese as second language since 2014. We are committed to professionally providing Chinese language lessons and activities for foreign students who come from different countries. We provide seasonal Chinese programs, customized courses, and online courses every year. After studying the intensive courses for 6 months to 1 year to enhance their Chinese language ability, these foreign students can smoothly integrate with their university courses in college.
Hi everyone, so today we have an interview to an Indian student. So what about to make a brief introduction about yourself?
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm first year PhD in Department of Physics. So I am coming from India. So I will be here for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, you are the PhD in Physics department, right?
Yes.
So is there any special experience about the PhD department that you have experienced before?
Yes, my previous study was also in Department of Physics, and I did my research in physics. So now I continue my research in photonics, the liquid crystal.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So here in Taiwan, we have a good opportunity to do the research. So every time, like 24 hours, we can work in the lab. We can do whatever we have the idea. The professors and our lab mates, everyone is very supporting.
Do you recommend the Indian student come to NCUE, National Changhua University of Education, and have their study?
Yes, of course. Now we have Indian students have less number. So in future we expect more students to come here.
Above is a brief introduction of National Changhua University of Education. If you want to know more, please check out our school websites and international office websites. I'm Frankie and hope to see you all. Bye.
Hi, I am Teja and I am from India. Previously I was a student in Tunga University in chemistry department. Later I applied PhD degree in NCUE in chemistry. Yeah, actually my Indian professor has a few contacts with the Tunga University professors in Taichung. So he recommended me to apply for internship in the university. Luckily I got the internship program and I had chance to visit the Taiwan. And after I want to go for further studies, then I applied for PhD degree program in NCUE in physics department. Yes, I'm pretty surprised with the NCUE scholarship scheme because it provides wholly a tuition fee for a student even with free accommodation. And the scheme goes with every year we have to renew the scholarship year by year up to 3 years. For PhD students, for master students we can renew up to 2 years. And that's a good deal for a student. And even not only that, even professors will recommend you to apply for most scholarship, and most scholarship is pretty good, and even you don't have to worry about the financial aid. If you get the most scholarship, then you can totally concentrate on your studies and your research for your future. Yeah, in my point of view, learning Chinese is like a new experience, but I can't say it is easy or difficult. It depends on each person's perception. But in my point of view, only writing is difficult. Other than that, reading, listening, speaking is easy. Yeah, I can speak some basic Chinese words like to introduce myself with others, and they're pretty easy. 我是雷豆家，我是印度人，我是常识的物理系学生。Yeah, in my experience where I was graduated in India, in that university we didn't have much instruments, so I faced a lot of delayment when I submitted my samples to the other institutes because we have to wait for a long time for the results. But here in Taiwan, every university is equipped with all kinds of instruments, and I feel lucky for that because we had an opportunity to learn about the operating procedure of each and every instrument. So, and not only, and even it's kind of like a chance when we messed up in our results, and then we can immediately do the corrections because instruments are handy to us, so it will become easier here. Yeah, on my first day of working in Taiwan, it was like I was pretty nervous to talk with my colleagues in my previous place, and everybody came up with a big smile on their face, and they welcomed me with their kind words, and that make me feel so happy. And not only that, they all treated me as like their family member. Yeah, here work culture is very friendly. Yeah, if you guys are interested to join National Changhua University of Education, you can go through our website, and even we have the English version website too. And in the English version, you can go through the Office of International and the Cross-Strait Affairs section. In that office, you can find a lot of information regarding admission and scholarship and etc. and etc. Okay, see you in the NCE. Bye bye.
Welcome to YZU!
Hi, I'm Priyanka. I'm from India and I'm doing Masters in Mechanical Engineering.
Hello and namaste everyone. So my name is Rajat Khadka. I'm from Darjeeling, India.
I'm Punita. I'm from India.
Hello, my name is Abdul Siddiqui and I've been in Taiwan for 7 years now.
Hello, my name is Saida Sadia. I've been in Taiwan for the last 4 years.
After marriage, my husband is doing PhD here. So I said, okay, I'll study.
Basically, I have one of my seniors studying as well in YZU itself. So through him only I came to know about YZU and its PhD program in computer science.
While I'm doing my bachelor's, one day my advisor called me and he said our university is planning for an educational trip to Taiwan. After that, I came here for a short-term exchange program in 2019 January. So I went back India with a short-term exchange program and with my pre-admission letter. After that, we have decided to study in Taiwan with my family members.
We are married, so we live nearby here, and then we plan to study for our bachelor's. I searched the nearest university around me and I found YZU.
I got to know by my friends, like there are many friends who are in YZU, those who are doing PhD and Masters.
Mayo. It's like, I didn't even know how to greet in Chinese, no, basically. So whenever after I came to Taiwan, so that's like I started learning Chinese.
No, I don't know anything about the Chinese.
Yeah, it's a little bit secret thing. I have learned just for 3 weeks before I came to Taiwan.
It's impossible to learn Chinese by yourself. So basically we both learned Chinese after we come to Taiwan.
I received the scholarship from YZU, which includes 100% tuition waiver and stipend, monthly stipend as well.
Yeah, I have scholarship like from YZU.
We had gone through this interview. At the end of the interview, I got the admission with 100% scholarship.
Yeah, I have my scholarship. I'm having 50% tuition waiver.
I'm still trying to pursue, so not yet. Maybe next semester. I'm hoping for.
Here in Taiwan, we have a lot of advantage. It's like, firstly, of course, in Taiwan, when you come to Taiwan, you don't know about the Chinese. But if you will learn Chinese, it's good. Secondly, it's like research. You have to do it by yourself, everything. So I think it's good opportunity.
So there aren't many English courses that are like taught in Taiwan. So some of the courses I had to take in Chinese. But then, yeah, it basically gave me that motivation to study Chinese more, you know. The advantages, I would say, it's like Taiwan has a lot of things to offer, you know, especially for research and like computer science related to my subject.
In case of Taiwan, I can do the advanced technology like artificial intelligence and my image processing, everything in practically I can do by myself, and I learn by myself.
I like Taiwanese food, especially Taiwanese buffet and hot pots. Yeah, and I live outside.
Probably I like the food in Taiwan, especially hot pot, chi pai, and then bubble milk tea is also very good.
It's easier for us now to adapt to the food, especially to and for accommodation. Also, we do not live in dormitory, so we live outside.
After completing your masters, we have more programs like internship program.
Yeah, there are some internships programs in masters, especially in the undergrad. You need to have some internships for about like 6 months. But for PhD, it depends upon the lab as well, and also the university tie up with the companies.
And the companies also offering internships. If we complete the internship very properly, they will even offer the job opportunities as well. It will be a great thing to know.
We still plan to live here in Taiwan. Even after we graduate, we still plan to live here in Taiwan. We'll maybe work for 5 to 6 years at least. That's what we plan to do.
Yeah, in future I want to work.
I have the mindset and plans to stay in Taiwan.
If I graduate within 1 or 2 years, maybe I would search a job in Taiwan itself.
नमस्ते, तुमचं स्वागत आहे YZU मध्ये.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். YZUக்கு எல்லாரையும் வரவேற்கிறோம்.
Namaste, YZU mat swagat sa tawadlay.
नमस्ते, YZU की स्वागतम.
नमस्ते, YZU में आपका स्वागत है.
Welcome to YZU.